Good morning, guys. Chris from Texas. Welcome to a new episode on Good Job Honey channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to go down there, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on all notifications so that you can receive every new video that I do for you guys about beekeeping. And for today's episode, we are gonna be inspecting both of my hives. If you have seen my previous video of last week where we introduced the queen, I'll put a link up here. If you've seen that video, then you'll know what is going on today. If you haven't, please go take a moment and watch that video. If you have, then you know that I've introduced a new queen to my queenless hive that is on that side. What we're gonna do today is open both hives, check for Queen Zane, the queen that was marked blue that I used last week to requeen my hive, and we're gonna look for if the queen is doing all right, if they killed her, if she's laying eggs, if the box needs another box on top of it, if we need to move the frame upward and fill it up with frames down so that it's a full box, maybe checkerboard some of the frames so that they can start building on them. If I remove my frame feeder, I'm gonna have to replace it with 2 new frames, so we might have to checkerboard them in order for the bees to start drawing wax on them. We might have to put a box on top with brand new foundation. I might have to remove some of the bees up so that to encourage the bees to go up and start building the second box to get them ready for winter. And for today, I have a surprise guest. He is my mentor from Dallas here, and he is coming for the first time to help me with the inspection and teach me a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, he's camera shy, so you might hear his voice but not see him. On the other hive, we're gonna check on Queen Diva and see what is going on with her, if she's laying good or not. I've been watching that hive on a daily basis, and I've seen some more bees around the entrance and more orientation flight in the afternoon. So my guess is the frames that we put when we did the split. If you haven't seen that video, click now on this link to see it and then come back to this video. When we did the split, we moved some of the frames that had some brood from the older hive to this one, so those might have hatched and the queen might have been doing a good job. So if both my hives are queen right, meaning they have queens, if we're missing a queen, if she absconded or killed by the other bees, we will know that for sure. So stay tuned for this exciting episode. I'm looking forward to see what's in my hive. So let's get to it.
Gentle smoke over the top.
Started to draw out some wax on this last one, so that's good. Nothing in here. No small hive beetles coat on the oil. Starting to draw out wax. That's good. This is the second frame and nothing on this side. We are probably looking for Queen Zane. She's marked in blue. Let's see if she's alive, if she's laying eggs. That's what we want to see for today. What we see in here is capped honey. This might be eggs. I just can't see because of the sun, you guys. But we have a drone brood here capped. If you see, it's a little bit more protruding than the other cells. Those are drone cells right here. And some capped honey right here, all on the way. In here some pollen and nectar. Let me take a closer look to see if there's any eggs on those cells right here. But from my past inspection, these were full of nectar and now they're not. My guess is the bees are working to empty it so that Zane can start laying. Some uncapped nectar here. capped honey right here. Let me check for eggs on those cells. So we checked a few frames and there's just nectar and empty cells. We're suspecting Queen Zane is in the next, so let's take a look at that. No bee is marked blue, and if you see a marked bee with blue on her back, that would be Queen Zane. All I see is a lot of pollen, a lot of bees, very few empty cells. They might have prepared for her to lay. Let's start here. Capped honey, uncapped honey nectar, a lot of bees, but what I don't see is queen cells, so that's good. I used to see that on a weekly basis. I haven't seen Queen Zane yet on this frame, and not on this side either. There's only one bee cleaning it up. As you can see, it's open, so definitely they freed her and either killed her or we haven't found her yet, but we don't see any proof of eggs yet, so she might not be laying or we lost it again. Let's take a look at the last frame. Alright, this is our last chance to see her. Capped honey all the way. Some frames full of pollen. Capped honey on the sides. My mentor says here that we might have lost the color on the queen, although she's marked. They don't like her wearing makeup, but I'm wishing he is not correct on this time and I can see her fast. Also capped honey everywhere. A lot of nectar, bee bread or pollen mixed with some nectar. A lot of bees. No signs of Zane, you guys. No blue queen, and she's not standing out to me. Usually if you look diagonal from this left side all the way to the right side down, she stands out if she's on that frame. This big guy here that you might mistaken for a queen, that's a drone. See how big he is compared to the other bee workers? Almost double their size. And I can see why people can mistake him for a queen, but the queen has her own majesty. She just jumps out on the camera, man. This frame looks like it's been drawn and they're filling it with nectar again. I just don't see Zane anywhere. Or her eggs, and no larva. We could have noticed that too. So they're drawing out comb for something, but I don't see any eggs or larvae or anything, you guys. Look, capped honey. This is just beautiful capped honey. You can tell it's brand new because the wax is white. Like All they're doing is storing nectar and capping it. I don't see larvae, I don't see eggs, I don't see anything. They might have not liked her, killed her, absconded, but we do not see any eggs, any larvae. A few drone cells that my mentor is suggesting might be a laying worker. For a fact, my queen is gone. For some reason, they didn't like her. Probably when they freed her, they didn't like her. I might have missed a queen cell that I didn't remove before introducing her. She was released, all sugar was eaten, but today there is nothing to tell us that she is there. So what my plan is to check Queen Diva, how she's doing. And we might end up combining those guys two together in one hive using the newspaper method as my mentor is suggesting. So keep posted for that. We'll check on the other hive, see how Diva's doing. If she's laying eggs, if she's strong, we might combine those two guys. As of now, Queen Zane is gone, guys. Okay, you guys, I thought I showed you the Queen Diva's work. This is a frame that I put a few weeks ago. They drawn out comb on it. She laid larvae and some egg. And this is a zoom up of the frame. I don't know if you can see it closely, but I mean it's full of larvae and eggs. Let's show you a close-up of that real quick on the camera. Okay, there's a bunch of cells right here. Those guys are full of eggs. Yep, I can see them, you can see them. Here's a zoom up of one egg where that bee is passing. All of these cells are full of eggs, you can see them. Small grain of rice. And then right here, there's a lot of larvae. And right here it's full of eggs. Queen Diva is on fire. I love Queen Diva. And if we move a little bit down here, this is small larvae. You can see them like very small C's, different in sizes everywhere. Those are about to be capped. The bee here right in the middle is beside a capped one. So that's Diva's work, you guys. She's awesome. These are all empty frames full of eggs. All those ones, or larvae. But you can see it sticking out like a grain of rice. You've seen that in my previous video, but I like to show it every time I saw it. And this is brand new drawn out comb. So I hope you enjoyed this view, and we're gonna put them back. Okay, looks like Queen Zane is gone, and my mentor and I decided to do the newspaper method of combining both hives.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, we're just gonna open that and wait for her to walk back in. Yep, she's there, right there. You guys see her on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, she's right there on the
Oh,
side.
there she
Now
goes.
she walked in. I saw her walk in, you guys. Okay, now that the queen is in, we can do the newspaper split method. As you can see here, my mentor is putting a newspaper on it. And you're gonna make like some holes in it or something?
You can. We'll do a slow.
And this is it, you guys. We just put the newspaper. So the idea is in a few days they'll eat through this, pass back and forth, get accustomed to Diva's pheromones. That's it. What we're gonna do now is fill up the jar with water, sugar, and close it out and call it a day. Okay, guys, we put the newspaper on, did a couple of slits through, and we aligned it, and we removed the ones on the outside so that when it rains, water doesn't go in the hive in case it rains. And now I'm gonna fill the side feeder with sugar water that I previously prepared, 1-to-1 mixture with Honeybee Healthy. And that's about 3/4 full. and I'll check on them in a few days and add the jar feeder and fill it up later. But for now, they have enough food. So what we're gonna do is just put the covers on and call it a day.
The top back on. Open up this entrance just for a few days for them to introduce themselves to the new neighborhood.
Okay, so we removed the siders and they have an opening, and now we put the box in cover and we'll let them figure out that they've been combined into one hive, and we'll go from there. This is how it looks like right now. We have the opening here, the opening here. That's it for today. Hey guys, I just finished checking out my hives along with my mentor who visited today. He was a lot of help and I learned a lot from him. As you've seen from the video, when we checked our first hive, the first hive was still queenless, even though that we introduced Queen Zane last week, and I checked last Sunday and they released her. I was very surprised to see that we had no eggs, no larva, and some drawn out wax on the new frames we put, but no eggs, no larva. We've seen a few capped brood cells that might be the result of a laying worker, but a laying worker is very unique situation where you can see like multiple eggs in one cell, and we didn't see that. That hive didn't like Queen Zane. First of all, she's marked, we would have seen her. Second of all, she's been there for about 10 days, if not more, so we would have seen some eggs or cap brood or larva or very small larva or anything. But we checked carefully on camera and off camera, we couldn't see any. And once we checked the other hive, the split that I did after my swarm a few weeks back, we found tons of eggs, tons of larvae, but that queen is doing a great job of laying and laying. And a few weeks back you've seen me do a split, and now 2 weeks later another drama unfolds in front of you guys, and we did a join together. We did the newspaper join where we put a newspaper in between the two boxes with some slits that we did off camera, and so that to give them the smell of the queen. The queen is down in the lower box and the queenless hive is on top with the newspaper in between. So what's gonna happen now is they're gonna start eating away that newspaper and combine, and if we have a laying worker situation, that's how it works. If there's like strong queen pheromone, you know, the ovaries of the laying worker will be shut down and she won't be laying anymore, and that is the correct way to stop a laying worker situation. Although we didn't have proof of a laying worker situation, as in multiple eggs in one cell, because a laying worker has a smaller body than the queen, so she doesn't know if she laid in the cell or not, and she starts laying many eggs in the same cell. So we didn't see proof of that, but since I've been queenless for a while, introduced the queen, they didn't like her. We thought we have that, and the only way to get rid of that is combining them in one, feeding them heavy, making them a strong one hive. I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you next time. Chris from Texas, y'all. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Chris from Texas. No matter what you do, good job, honey. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video.